Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy Virgo. I hope you guys had a blessed Thanksgiving holiday and you were able to reflect on a lot of good things that took place over your holiday season. I pray everyone made it home safely. Uh, Also, that you were able to communicate how thankful you were to someone significant in your life that you greatly appreciate. I know that I did. Um, Nothing major. School is almost, this semester is almost over, thank God. Uh, I'll be ready to move by the end of next week, I think. Uh, so that'll be another transition that I'm in the middle of doing. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what we talked about today in my public speaking class. And we pretty much talked about the sky's the limit. Now, I chose to do a ceremonial speech about self-empowerment, taking charge of your own life, and understanding and realizing that you are in control of your own destiny. And as I get these Facebook friend alerts and messages, we're going to ignore those. Anyway, you're in charge of your own destiny. There are a lot of external forces that are around you, but ultimately you have the final say in what you either accomplish or not accomplish. Far too many times have I come across people who say that they have not made it or they have not progressed as well as they thought they should have because of an outside force. I'm here to let you know that you can do whatever it is you want to do. I'm not gloating, I'm not bragging. We've all had our own walks of life, and just as an example, I grew up in more than 20 different foster homes. I've been in 3 state foster care systems, and I'm not perfect, but I'm not on the street, selling drugs. I'm not in jail, and I'm not in the morgue, and I'm not in anyone's cemetery. So I attribute that all to the grace of God, His favor, but ultimately believing that there was something better out there for me. And because of that, that mentality has been able to propel me forward in my life. And everyone out there has that ability. This is the time of season where depression is at its highest. And a lot around the military families or the military members. A lot of loneliness happens around this time of year. For some people, breakups happen. Some families, death is around this time of year. So these holidays aren't always a positive memory for some people. I challenge you to realize, first off, if you're a child of God and you believe that He is who He says He is, that all things work together for good of those that are called according to His purpose. And even when you don't understand, He'll give you the peace that passes all understanding. Another thing that I see trending is relationships, or the lack thereof, around major holidays like this. You're not alone. I'm sure we've all allowed that idea to come into our heads. But every time, for me personally, I allow it to come into my head, I'm reminded that I don't need someone to complete me, because in Christ I'm complete already. But I would rather for someone to compliment me. And if you really go through the process of complimenting, you go through a few different switches. There's a lot of compare and contrast that has to happen before you find anything that complements another item. So, that being said, finding the person that compliments you well it's a process, and I would encourage you not to rush it, and take solace in your solidarity right now. Improve yourself. Look at areas of your life that may need to be improved upon, and trust that when it's time, that the right person will come along, not to complete you, but to complement you, and you two are able to build upon something together. So without dragging this on too much, I just wanted to give you a few of the ideas and thoughts that have been running through my head this week and since Thanksgiving. Next major holiday coming up, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how a lot of you think about Christmas. When I was a child, I thought it was all about the gifts, giving me gifts and, what I was going to get. I've already sent my nieces and nephews their gifts this year. And as children, that's okay. But as adults, I would challenge you to refocus what this holiday means for you specifically. And not only remember that it's, whether you call it a pagan holiday or not, it's the day that we in America have decided to acknowledge the birth of Christ and not use the fact that he may not have been born on December 25th as a reason not to celebrate that. That's not what it's about. We celebrate the birth of Christ, but we also celebrate the sharing and giving of others, those gifts that the wise men brought to him on whatever day it was. That was their way of showing their reverence to him. So we give gifts nowadays, should be giving gifts to show our appreciation for those loved ones in our circle of influence. And I just ask you to definitely keep that in mind. I do believe that this holiday has definitely been commercialized, and a lot of people have taken Christ out of Christmas. So just keep that in mind when you're going around, thinking about what you may get someone else or what you think someone else may get you, and about, who you spend this holiday with. I love you guys, and I want you to have a blessed evening.
Facebook friend alert.